Breaking: anti-Trump resistance, donors exposed. Anti-capitalist activists are teaming up with hedge fund managers and major corporate donors in the resistance against President Trump. According to Breitbart, the secret donor list of the Center for Community Change Action, an anti-Trump not-for-profit and leader in the resistance against President Trump, has been uncovered. The group's top donors include billionaire George Soros, the Ford Foundation, and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. The Center for Community Change was active in opposing President Trump and other Republican candidates in the lead-up to the 2016 presidential election. The organization continues to organize after President Trump's election, and many of its members have board seats in prominent progressive activist groups. The Washington Free Beacon was able to obtain the unredacted versions of the Center for Community Change's 2015 tax forms. The W.K. Kellogg Foundation was the largest donor to the liberal activist group, contributing $3 million in 2015. The Ford Foundation, no longer connected to the Ford Motor Company, was the second largest donor, offering the Center for Community Change $2,350,000 in 2015, while George Soros's The Open Society Foundation donated $1,750,000, making him the third largest donor. The tax forms reveal that the vast majority of donations granted to the Center for Community Change originated from a handful of major donors, undermining the organization's claims of grassroots support. The Center for Community Change Action is the social welfare and direct action branch of the organization. The 501(c)(4) nonprofit similarly received almost all of its support from a handful of major donors. The number one donor to Community Change Action was Every Citizen Counts, a nonprofit organization created by Hillary Clinton allies to encourage voter turnout among Latino and African American communities. The Clinton-backed organization donated $1,750,000. The number two donor to the supposed social welfare group was the Open Society Policy Center, which offered $1,450,000. The Open Society Policy Center is backed by billionaire George Soros, raising his combined contributions above any other group. Soros-backed groups contributed $3,200,000 across both arms of the Center for Community Change. The report by the Washington Free Beacon also illustrated the relationship between the liberal activist groups as they share board members across multiple organizations. For instance, the Center for Community Change Executive Director, Deepak Bhargava, is a member of the advisory board of the Soros-led Open Society Foundation. Additionally, the advisory board of the Emergent Fund, an activist group which bundles donations from the Women's Donor Network, the Threshold Foundation, and the Solidaire Network into grants offered to worthy causes, is made up of many liberal activists from other progressive organizations. Charlene Sinclair, who sits on the board of the Emergent Fund, is also the director of reinvestment at the Center for Community Change. Tons of money are going to anti-Trump resistance organization. Does any of this surprise you? The Emergent Fund bundles donations from numerous groups into $10,000 to $50,000 grants offered to combat immediate threats to immigrants, women, Muslim and Arab American communities, Black people, LGBTQ communities, and all people of color. At the end of last year, the Emergent Fund approved a series of rapid response grants after the election of President Trump. The rapid response grants contributed to Black Lives Matter, the Muslim Anti-Racism Collaborative, and other far-left organizations. It is truly disturbing to learn of these powerful groups banding together to actively undermine the President of the United States.